Hey guys, Martin here bringing a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we got the new stage of Extreme Super Battle Road Space Traveling Warriors released the other day, with everything going on with Gotenks and getting ready for the World Tournament and stuff. Hadn't gotten around to doing it until now, so we are going to go ahead and jump in and get this done here. I'm using a very weird team build. I think typically we've started off with the only rotation where Beerus doesn't get guard, because literally any other rotation would have had a movie boss or a Realm of Gods character ally, so that's really unfortunate. I think we might actually just be immediately cooked here, but I guess we'll try it out and see how we get on. Do this and do this, I suppose. Yeah, I was originally going to just run Bojack as the leader, and then when it gave me the friend Frieza, I realised that obviously Frieza has Space Travelling Warriors 170%, and then obviously has extra 30% categories, whereas Bojack, after his Easy A, is just Space Travelling Warriors 170%. So we might as well, if we're going to have Frieza on the team, run him as the leader, because then at least some of the units on the team will actually be getting like a 200% leader skill. So yeah, we'll see how we get on here. Definitely not an ideal starting rotation, but at least Frieza lowers attack on Super, which is obviously a thing that is still very useful in Super Battle Road. So, not when it comes to taking super attacks though. Although, he took double-digit damage. I was surprised to see how this one would go difficulty-wise, because it is Extreme Super Battle Road. So, obviously, the characters are sort of tuned up a little bit higher than they are for normal Super Battle Road. I realised as well, I brought Slug on the team, but we didn't bring like a bunch of demonic power allies, so obviously he doesn't get his intro buff here. Let's go for the stun on you. I mean, we should take normals okay in slot 1, because obviously with the Space Travelling Warriors allies, Bojack has guard. Because a lot of the time I've been using Bojack on Slug's team build, and we don't have enough Space Travelling Warriors for him to have the guard. So having it on this team, obviously very helpful. Tanks the super for double-digit damage. It's kind of funny that in this setup, because we don't have the intro buff, Bojack probably is going to be slightly better off than Slug. Although Slug with the stun chance obviously coming in clutch here as well. So this team build should work out okay once we get the rotation set up the way we want. I brought Vados on the team basically just to be like a link partner and Realm of Gods ally plus support battery for Tech Beerus. So that rotation, Tech Beerus in slot 1 and Vados in slot 2. Ideally, we can just target whoever's going to be attacking her in slot 2, target them with Beerus. And then obviously she does attack lower and seal with her super attack effect anyway. So, although it does kind of feel like a waste to attack this guy with Beerus, considering that he is basically almost dead already. So I guess we could risk it here and do this. Get her to attack him. And then I'll target this guy with Frieza as well, in case he is still alive. But the good thing about having multiple enemies is that they are all like weaker. In terms of at least the amount of HP they have. They can still hit you pretty hard, especially if they like all decide to super within the same turn. That can be super awkward, but Beerus obviously going to be able to do a lot of the heavy lifting with this rotation set up now the way it is. But yeah, Vados finishes taking out that guy, and then Frieza left here to super attack Supreme Kai. Get a couple of attacks off. Obviously, Frieza's probably never going to reach his full potential, considering the number of attacks that he has to do to reach that point. But obviously, him dropping these supers and lowering the enemy's attack and everything is super useful. And of course, we do get Slug's active skill, which we can fire off just to do some extra damage. That's going to come in handy. So I guess we can let Bojack go after you. Slug will finish you off, and then Frieza should be able to finish off Supreme Kai. Now obviously Space Travelling Warriors is a pretty extensive category. There's a lot of different ways you can build the team. Like the Universe 11 characters are all on there. So like if you just pull Jiren, you've got like the full Universe 11 team, you can run them. Obviously, Beerus and the different angels are on there, so you can run even one of like the meme teams that we've been running in a challenge run recently. You can run a team that's all like Beerus and the angels and stuff like that. A lot of the angels do have these status effect super attacks, which can be very, very useful for Super Battle Road. Bardock and his team, those guys are all on Space Traveling Warriors. There's quite a lot of different options that you can go for this stage. So let me know what you guys decided to use down below. So I think we're going to have to try and get rid of you as quick as we can and seal. I guess we'll get Vados to attack him as well, just to make sure that he's sealed. And then let's go for you here. Get the full 24 key, so we'll get the extra super as well. But yeah, Super Easy A Beerus obviously going to be very, very good for this rotation. Having the guard, being able to tank in slot 1 quite nicely. The only downside to him, and I've mentioned this before with his like showcases and stuff, is the fact that he doesn't have any built-in additional or anything. Because obviously an additional super there would have been really nice, just to make sure we finished off Pui Pui. But it is what it is. Vados just getting the dodges against everyone anyway, so we take those. And then the Turles army here with the full 24 key, so they'll be able to get a couple of supers off. Yep, ideally get the stun. So Yakon is now stunned. I mean, he might even get finished off completely, especially if we get the hidden potential additional as well. Which we did not, but that's fine. So he's now stunned. And then obviously we tank the type advantage hit nicely here. But yeah, Slug having the damage reduction, Bojack having the guard is definitely really helpful here. I think we probably just go for, we might as well finish you off. Then we get Slug to go for the stun on Deborah. And then Frieza can kill you, and then any additional attacks will do extra damage to Barbady. So this rotation plays out quite nicely here, I think. The more additionals we get, obviously, the better. But we can finish off you. No additional for Bojack, but obviously he has guard. Slug hopefully can get the stun here. And then that shuts down Deborah. Right, no stun on the first super. Can we get it on the additional? Just lock this man out so we don't have to worry about another unit that can throw out a super. Perfect, there we go. And then, yeah, Frieza finishes off Yakon. 9.1 on this turn. Obviously, Bojack giving the Space Traveling Warriors support. Very good. And then any extra supers we can get here. Damn, I was going to say, at least if we get an extra super, not even worried so much about the damage, but the fact that the additional supers would obviously be attack lowering for him as well. So get Beerus to attack Deborah because he can do some big damage. He's stunned for this turn. So if we get you sealed, and then I guess we could try and finish off Deborah because he's going to be unstunned next turn. It will depend whether Frieza can get crits or not. He's not going to have a lot of links active, obviously, with Vados. But you have the potential to maybe kill Deborah here if we do get crits and get these additionals. Because it means Barbady's just sealed for next turn. So as long as if we do get rid of Deborah, it means we're pretty much just home free on this next turn. So Frieza, there we go. There's a crit. Additional normal. Another additional super. If this is a crit, I'm pretty sure this kills him. And that leaves us set up quite nicely. Even if it doesn't, at least he has been attack lowered a whole bunch. So as long as he doesn't like immediately super attack here. Although to be fair, we don't even have to worry about that now because we can literally, to play it safe, we just use the active skill with Slug, which kills Deborah. And then you're sealed. Oh yeah, there's only one enemy now, so I guess we could just transform Bojack. Barbady is sealed, so can't get all the orbs we need for Bojack's full passive, but I don't think it really matters at this point against the sealed attack lowered Deborah. And I probably shouldn't have picked up the SCR orbs if I realised it was quite that close, but we have managed to get to the point where the Dokkan attack is basically ready to go. So we will be going into the final fight with Super Easy A Beerus on rotation. Super Easy A Beerus active skill should hit very, very hard. And not active skill, Dokkan attack should hit incredibly hard. So We've got Kid Buu as the final boss. Is it just Kid Buu? It is just Kid Buu, so that means he has a lot of HP. But he is also AGL. So that means we can do this. Then we're going to hit him with the Dokkan attack. Beerus pretty much, like, he just isn't going to be able to take damage from Kid Buu, even if he supers. And then Vados seals him. So that puts us in a great spot going forwards. So I think we're pretty much locked in here for the W. Beerus getting hit a couple of times first obviously helps as well, because then he's going to hit harder. So what is his attack stat here for the Dokkan attack? Yeah, 17 mil. Oh, it's a crit chance that he builds up, isn't it? Not actually attack stat, but I mean, hey, if we crit on the Dokkan attack, that just means all the more damage. So yeah, 17 mil. Hit all the nodes, we get the full damage bonus. Yeah, 27.5 million. Although that's not even half of his HP. It's kind of funny. And then Vados hits him with the seal, as well as attack lowering him a little bit as well. And then, yeah, the double. So, I mean, Vados has okay enough defense that she should just tank his normals for double digits here if she doesn't dodge. So that puts us pretty much on the home stretch, because Frieza will also lower attack with any super attacks that he does. And then we go into the next turn. Kid Buu is still sealed. So we are going to be looking all good. Bojack obviously can go slot 1 with the guard. And then Slug has the possibility to seal him. And then, yeah, the possibility to stun him. So, yeah, we are looking all good. So we'll grab the STR orbs for you. Grab those for you. And grab some AGL orbs for Frieza. Not that we really need same type orbs or anything at this point, because we're on full health and we're not going to be getting a second Dokkan attack. But, yeah, with him being sealed and attack lowered and Bojack having guard, there was no way he was ever going to be doing any damage to Bojack here in slot 1. So now Bojack gets his super off, get the crit, and then can we get the stun from Slug? Darkness Eye Beam, and then there's the stun. So I mean, that's it for our boy. Like, what could he even do? The combo of having like Beerus, who basically can't take damage in slot 1, does a bunch of damage, then Vados follows it up with the seal. Like, against one enemy, this team setup was pretty much never gonna fail, especially with Beerus being the first turn. Drops that big damage, then Vados seals, then on the second turn, Slug stuns, and now he just gets stuck in this cycle. Like, even if he had way more HP and was going to survive a few more turns, he's just going to be stuck in this cycle now where Slug stunned him on that turn. Now we're back onto this turn, where he would then get sealed by Vados. So then if he was still alive next turn and is unstunned, he's going to be sealed. And so many of the units on the team are hitting him with the attack lowers as well. So it's one of those things, as long as you get past like the first attack of the turn a lot of the time with these one enemy SBR stages, it's why characters that do status effects with their super attacks are still so effective in Super Battle Road. Because, yeah, he basically super attacking in slot 1 on the first turn was his only real chance to do any damage. And even then, like Super EZA Beerus with type advantage and guard anyway, was never going to be getting killed by that. So yeah, there you go, Space Traveling Warriors, one and done with the no items run. Bit of an interesting team for sure, but like I said, there's definitely a bunch of different ways that you could build this team. So let me know how you guys got on down below in the comment section, regardless of what team you used, whether you used items or not. Let me know how you got on with Space Traveling Warriors down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.